So, I have some rather unfortunate news to share with you all today. It appears that a well-loved Blu-ray label here in the United Kingdom is about to come to an end after years and years of bringing us some great films on Blu-ray. The label that I'm talking about is the HMV Premium Collection label, and I have some of them here to show you. I have Murder My Sweet, I have Alfred Hitchcock's I Confess, and there's so many other ones that they released through this label. I think around 150, maybe even more, titles in the collection. But it seems like it has come to an end. For anyone watching who isn't familiar with the HMV Premium Collection, HMV is the last bastion of physical media retail in this country. And a few years ago, they decided to start this label to release films on Blu-ray that hadn't had any previous releases here. So often they would port over American discs, print them in the UK, and it was really affordable as well. During a sale time, you could get 2 of these discs for £15. So £7.50 each was a great price to get these films. There hasn't been any official announcement or anything, but they've never done any official announcements about this label. The way that we would find out about new releases would simply be when they go up for pre-order on the HMV web store. And the writing has been on the wall for quite some time. They haven't released a new disc in the range since April 2022, so almost a full year now, whereas previously there would be new releases every month or two. So many people saw this as the beginning of the end. And over the last few years, titles have been going out of print and they haven't been reissued in the collection. But that leads me on to what I believe is the nail in the coffin for the Premium Collection. The collection started off releasing titles from Paramount and then Warner Brothers and Sony, but then these big distribution companies started re-releasing the titles themselves on Blu-rays. And there was a recent announcement by Warner Brothers as part of their 100-year anniversary this year. They are going to be releasing Warner Archive titles here in the UK themselves, whereas previously the way that us UK folks would get our hands on these titles was to wait for HMV to port over the Warner Archive titles as part of the Premium Collection. And even just recently, we've seen that Paramount are starting to reissue some discs. They are reissuing the Elvis movie, King Creole, later this month, and probably a lot more to come in the near future. So while that Warner Archive UK news is very exciting, and I probably will be doing more videos on that very soon, it's sort of bittersweet because it does really mean the end of the Premium Collection. It kind of makes sense as well because it's no secret that HMV is really struggling. Like I said, they are the only major retailer on the high street that sells films on Blu-ray and DVD. And I think they really are struggling. Like if you go into your local HMV store, if it still exists, the range of stuff in there has totally changed. At one time it was just films and music and maybe video games, but now you go in and there's like plush toys everywhere, Funko Pops, you can get board games, you can get Dungeons and Dragons, you can get weird Japanese candy and drinks and just basically a load of weird stuff that they're clearly just trying to survive by selling all this random stuff. So yeah, it makes sense that a project like the Premium Collection, which may not even be that profitable for them, they've decided to just stop devoting resources to it. So what I would advise any collectors watching this video now in the UK who want to pick up some of these HMV Premium titles, I'd say pick them up now because eventually they will all go out of print. At one point in time, I was actually 100% complete on all of the titles. I then realised that looking at the entire Premium Collection on my shelves, there wasn't really much cohesion in terms of the titles that were in the collection. It very much felt like HMV was just taking whatever they could get and just putting it out as part of the collection, which is a fine business move. But for me, from a collecting standpoint, I was looking at my collection anyway and deciding what to sell, what to get rid of. And there were so many in the premium collection that I thought, when am I going to rewatch Outland starring Sean Connery ever again? Whereas I did keep hold of about 30 or 40 titles of films that I absolutely love, like these ones here. But yes, if you're someone that's going to experience FOMO from not picking these up before they go out of print, because there's no guarantee that these will be reissued by the other labels, then I would definitely get on it as soon as possible. It's sad news, like I've said, but looking back at the collection, they did release so many great films, including Barry Lyndon was put out on a UK Blu-ray, which you all know how much I love that movie. But what films in particular, if any, did you really enjoy from the HMV Premium Collection? I'd love to hear your thoughts in a comment below. Just let me know, some of the ones that you thought were particular standouts amongst the whole collection. I did make some videos on the premium collection in the past, so just click the one that's on screen now if you want to get some recommendations of things to pick up. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.